Welcome back, everyone. Check out this next scenario. Representative Smith turned the discussion about STEM legislation into a pitch for her own agenda.
Well, I know you mentioned this specific bill earlier. Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, that's right. So your support of our bill would increase the use of Title IV Part A funds for STEM education in our state.
As you recall, with this funding, we would be able to introduce and expand after-school mentor-based STEM engagement activities, like FIRST in underserved schools.
That's great. I'm glad we can really make a difference. Now, as you may know, I have recently addressed a bill which would establish the commission to allow principals to better prepare their schools for increased STEM in the classroom. Your support would really mean a lot to me.
Representative, I think that's just fantastic. You're such a strong supporter of STEM.
Well, I'm not sure that a commission would fully serve the needs of students across the state in terms of STEM education.
Well, I think we should see all possibilities of Representative Smith's bill before we just dismiss it out of hand.
That makes sense.
How did we get on support for the representative's bill? Oh yes, I remember.
That's great. I'm glad we can really make a difference. Now, as you may know, I have been...
Representative Smith evaded our team members with the discussion of a bill she was interested in, just so that she could switch the conversation to one she wanted support for. It's a common ploy, although in some cases the members' goals and yours are the same. In other cases, the members' goals and yours are different. Either way, clarify your position and get the focus back on your agenda. Let's see how this might work. We'll pick up with Smith's switch attempt.
That's great. I'm glad we can really make a difference. Now, as you may know, I have recently drafted a bill which would establish the commission to allow principals to better prepare schools for increased STEM in the classroom.
I'm sure your bill is well intended, Representative. We'd be happy to review it, but what we're looking for today is in Title IV Part A appropriations, which is very different.
We've brought data and background information to support this increase in funding. We also want you to know that supporting programs like FIRST with this increase in funding will help us continue our partnership with our schools and our business community.
Well, I appreciate your concern. It's obvious that this bill is very important to you and the schools in our district. I can see that. Look, maybe I'll send you some information about my bill to review for me later. And right now, I can get some information about your bill after we've had a chance to look over it more. I'll have you work with my legislative assistant.
Okay, that's a lot better, and the old bait and switch was comfortably avoided. For starters, team members recognized the tactic, and they reacted quickly but respectfully. They acknowledged the representative's bill, but reminded her that they were there to discuss their priorities. Then, they showed her that they were serious about their STEM funding bill by providing information to back up their position and the intents of the bill. Remember, you only have a short time with your member or their staff. Anytime they take discussing their legislation, time comes off of your clock and not theirs. Make the most of your meeting.